Hey, what's going on, everyone? Pop Culture Junkie here, and I'm going to share with you today my predictions for the WWE's 2018 Fastlane pay-per-view, only available on the WWE Network this Sunday. We've got some interesting matches, and we got a lot of speculation going on into this weekend. So there's been a lot of crazy things happening in the past few weeks of Raw and Smackdown. It seems almost like WWE cannot make up their mind or their decision on exactly what they want to have happen at WrestleMania. Keep getting matches booked, and then we get a lot of hearsay, rumors, stuff going on in the media, and so everything is up in the air right now. We're not even sure if we're going to actually for sure get the Universal title match. We're not exactly sure what world title match is going to happen. We don't even know what women's title matches are going to happen. Okay, nothing has actually finally been officially announced as far as a lot of the main matches going into WrestleMania this year. And SmackDown has had just as many ups and downs as Raw has had. So 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, John Cena came out. We were expecting him to challenge The Undertaker, and that didn't happen. He said, nope, it should happen, but nope, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to go to SmackDown and issue a challenge to get myself on WrestleMania. So the next night on SmackDown, John Cena announced he wanted to be part of the Fastlane main event of the WWE title 5-way match, and he found a way by beating AJ Styles in the main event of SmackDown. Great match, but I don't think AJ Styles should have lost. I don't think he should have any losses leading into WrestleMania. But he was able to beat AJ Styles and get put into the 5-way match, making it now a 6-pack challenge. So Fastlane's main event is now a 6-pack challenge for the WWE title. AJ Styles versus 5 other guys. It doesn't even have to be pinned or submitted to lose the belt, okay? Anybody could pin anybody, and he loses the title. Crazy. So on today's video, we're just going to take a quick look at the matches that have been announced, and I'm going to share with you my predictions on what I think is going to happen. So at the moment, we have 6 matches announced, and we're going to start from the bottom up. We got Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Natalya and Carmella. Okay, this is obviously just a time filler. It's a way of getting Carmella back on camera because they haven't really done much with Carmella. She's got the Money in the Bank briefcase. She has only teased a couple of times of cashing in, and it didn't work out. There's a lot of speculation she might try to cash in at WrestleMania, or maybe it'll be the SmackDown after Mania, who knows. But they have not given her a lot of time. There's been no real storyline with Carmella. So at least they got them on the card, okay? It's nice to see Becky Lynch and Natalya get on the card. Naomi and Carmella part of the tag team too. I can easily see Natalya and Carmella squeaking out a win, but I don't see this match being anything more than just a filler in between 2 of the bigger matches. Okay, on SmackDown, they announced Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev. This is also just another match just to get on the card, just to have Shinsuke and Rusev on the card. At least they're on the card, okay? I didn't know what they were going to do with Shinsuke since the Rumble. He's really not done anything at all. They haven't had him in any kind of storyline or serious matches. I mean, they had Shinsuke win the Rumble, and it seemed like they were like, okay, what do we do with him until WrestleMania? Okay, it's so bad, the booking right now on SmackDown. Rusev is insanely over, and they don't know what to do with him except just have him go out there and, cut some promos. And the promos with him and Aiden English are great, but they just seem completely oblivious of how to use someone that gets over on their own. It's just a weird history where if you get over on your own, WWE does not know what to do with it. Unless they push you and hope that they can get you over by themselves, then they kind of at least have an idea of what to do. But yet, if you get over on your own, it's like, okay, we don't know what to do with you, so we just won't have you on camera for a while, or we won't have you in matches or a storyline, but it just makes no sense. Shinsuke is obviously going to win. There's no reason to have Shinsuke lose just 4 weeks before WrestleMania. No reason. Next match, we have Charlotte Flair versus Ruby Riott of the Riott Squad. Charlotte Flair defending the women's SmackDown title. So my pick for this one is going to be Charlotte Flair is going to win with the figure 8. There's no way she's going to lose the title before Mania. Of course, that brings up the topic of who is going to challenge Charlotte for the women's SmackDown title, which we still do not have a clue. Next, we have the WWE SmackDown Tag Team title match of the Usos versus the New Day. We're not sure which New Day members are going to be part of the match. Usually it's Big E and Kofi that are mostly doing the wrestling, so it might be those two. The Usos and New Day, it's a weird tag team match here because these 2 teams had a lot of matches going into the end of last year, and when the Usos won the titles for the last time, they already said, we're not going to have another rematch. We're not going to... They had been trading the title back and forth between Usos and New Day, back and forth on SmackDown and pay-per-views, and they even said finally, okay, you know what? We're going to do a truce, and no more. And it seemed like the Bludgeon Brothers of Harper and Rowan were going to be the next challengers, and they still kind of are floating around in that area there, but it seemed like they didn't know what else to do because Gable and Benjamin were unable to win the title after getting about 6, 7 different chances at the tag titles. Usos are easily the top tag team. I mean, they are the champions, of course, but all around, they are the top tag team that WWE has, especially on SmackDown. So I can see the Usos retaining the titles, and then we're going to go into Mania probably getting a Bludgeon Brothers match against the Usos, and I'm not real excited about that. I think if they do have that match, there needs to be a stipulation. I don't think it'll go over well with just a regular match. I think they need to do, whether it's a cage match or a ladder match, something. Be interesting to see a steel cage match at WrestleMania. When's the last time we saw a steel cage match? Steel cage, I mean, not Hell in a Cell. I think WrestleMania 2 is still the only time we ever had a steel cage. So it'd be interesting to see something like that. Okay, next we have Bobby Roode, the United States champion, defending against Randy Orton. Okay, Bobby Roode was way over in NXT. Once again, it seems no matter how over somebody is in NXT and how good they are at booking them in NXT, once they get to the main roster, they just cannot continue that momentum. And unfortunately, Bobby Roode's kind of been floating around a little bit. He didn't really have the great debut that everyone thought he should have had, and I think he could have had a much better debut. And the challenger in the match is Randy Orton. And Randy Orton, seriously, for the last, 10 years, has not put any real effort into anything he's done. I just have never seen him actually put forth any type of passion towards any storyline, titles, nothing like that. So really, I think the guy is just floating for the last couple years, and he's going to just keep floating for the next couple years until he finally retires. I wish they had already sent him on his way elsewhere. I mean, honestly, there used to be this thing where after WrestleMania, they would cut a lot of the talent, making room for new talent to come in. If Randy Orton had been one of those people in the last 5 to 10 years that they cut and sent on their way, he would not have shown up in TNA. He wouldn't have shown up in New Japan or Ring of Honor. He's not a fan of wrestling in general. He's only in there because he had nowhere else to go. He had nothing else available, and that's the reason he's in WWE. I've just never been a fan of his ever since he debuted. So my prediction for this, I don't see any reason for Randy Orton to win a U.S. title. They're making this somewhat of a gimmick where, it's the one title that's eluded him. He never cared about the title. He never once has ever been like, you know what, I want to win every single title. No, he hasn't. He's never been anything like that in his character whatsoever. Never mind the fact we've never really gotten a real sense of what his actual character is about or for, interested in, etc. That's another video one day. All right, so that leads us to our main event. AJ Styles defending the WWE title in a six-pack challenge versus John Cena, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler. Now, this match is going to be amazing, no doubt. Okay, we just had a 5-way match of all 5 of the original participants on SmackDown, and that was a great match. Okay, all the competitors did a great job, and I know all these competitors, including John Cena being added to it, are going to do an amazing job. This match is going to be highly entertaining. Now on SmackDown, like I said, we saw the 5-way match of the 5 participants, excluding John Cena, in just a random match. It was just a put together match, and it was a great match. And as we saw, Sami Zayn pinned Kevin Owens, and he was the winner of the match. Now, if something like that happens on Sunday, whoever makes the pinfall, they're the winner. Okay, even though Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are supposed to be best friends forever, if one of those two were to pin each other or make the other submit, they win the WWE title, and AJ Styles loses the title without even being pinned or submitted. Now, they're doing that, of course, to heighten the suspense, make people think, oh my gosh, anything can happen. AJ Styles is completely out of luck, and I don't see that happening. I see AJ Styles retaining the title. One way or another, he's going to retain the title. We're going to get the Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles match at WrestleMania. The storyline they're doing with John Cena winning the 17-time title, they're not going to do that at Fastlane. If he wins that, if he ever breaks that record, they're going to do that at SummerSlam, Rumble, Survivor Series, WrestleMania 35, whatever. There's no reason to have Cena win on a B pay-per-view, the 17th championship, okay? I mean, really, for people like myself who have an obscene amount of wrestling knowledge. Becoming a 17-time world champ is not even the record for most championships in a career. Jerry the King Lawler himself alone has over 30, 40 different title reigns, world title reigns. Ric Flair has had well over 16-time world title reigns. Okay, it's all a matter of how many WWE wants to recognize. But again, that's just the storyline they're going with. Baron Corbin, I think, has really completely watered down. I don't see him at all winning a world title. I would like to see Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn win the championship, definitely. But I don't see it as a smart direction. AJ Styles has to go in to WrestleMania as the champ and give us the Nakamura versus Styles match. That's just, it's a given. Don't tease us with it. Even though WWE has a history of teasing us with a lot of things, I want AJ Styles to win. So, there we have it. Those are my predictions for Fastlane this Sunday. Share with me your thoughts, your predictions. Who do you think's going to win? Why do you think they should have that as the winner? Please share with me below in the comments. Now, I sent out a tweet last night asking people to send me any questions or topics that you would like me to bring up in the video, and I got a couple of responses. So, let's see here. We got Samantha. She brings up the changing of the match at WrestleMania versus Shinsuke Nakamura if AJ Styles loses. Well, I kind of covered that already, but I want to bring up a little bit more. Okay, we got Shinsuke Nakamura won the Royal Rumble. Nobody expected that. Everyone expected it was going to be Roman. Okay, there was a chance that it was going to be Nakamura, but everyone was expecting Roman Reigns to win, of course. Of course, he won the chamber match, and that's how they got him into the title picture. They were going to do it one way or another. They're going to get him in that title picture. That's another story, though. But the changing of the match, okay, it just doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense. I think right now, because of a lot of things going on in the real world, where we're not even sure if Undertaker is 100% able to do a match, in which case Cena would need to be put into another match to be on WrestleMania. If Taker is not able to wrestle, and I've also heard about Rey Mysterio being injured at a house show recently, if both of those are true and neither one of them can be the opponent for John Cena, then I could see them rushing and having Cena win the title at Fastlane to defend it in a triple threat against AJ and Nakamura. They would only do that for that reason, I think. So it seems like the possibility, though, is that Undertaker will either show up at Fastlane or he'll show up the Monday after on next week's Raw, and then he'll get the challenge Cena in a match at WrestleMania. But I don't think it makes any sense for have AJ Styles drop the title to anyone else. I think AJ Styles should have kept the title ever since he first won it, and should have been champ all this time, making it even more special to have held the title for over a year and then drop it to Nakamura at WrestleMania. Okay, I think that would have been the better way to go. Steel Blondie. She asked, how do you feel about John Cena being added to the title match? I think it was fine that they added him to the actual title match. Obviously, the reason to add John Cena to this match so last minute is, one, they want to get some more star power on the pay-per-view itself, get more people to tune in and subscribe to the network. They're doing that thing again where they do the sign up for the network for a free trial, and you get that month's pay-per-view for free. So Fastlane is a free pay-per-view for anyone that signs up for the free trial. And they're doing that as a way of, again, to get fans to tune in so they can see John Cena. Similar to why he was added into several pay-per-views in the last few months, even though he's got a busy schedule going on. And of course, the other reason would be if they're not sure about Undertaker or Rey Mysterio or whoever they were going to have him originally have a match with, they're able to decrease the amount of weeks leading up to Mania so they don't have to worry about too many Raws or Smackdowns for building whatever storyline they're trying to build. Except for the reasons I explained before about, if there's a high possibility that both Undertaker and Rey Mysterio are too injured to be able to compete. So I could see there's, at least the reason to have him part of that match, where if at the last minute on Sunday morning they find out, okay, for sure, Undertaker and Rey Mysterio are both a no-go, Cena has to win the title so he can be on the card, unless they put him in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I think actually that would be the better way to go. Put Cena in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Okay, I mean, he's been the champ a bunch of times. He's won all the titles. He's headlined Mania countless times, and he's a part-timer now. Even though he doesn't like to say it, you are a part-timer, dude. You are busy with Hollywood. You're doing TV shows. You've got your reality show. You're doing awards at Nickelodeon award shows. He just got cast as a voice on the new Turtles cartoon. I mean, he's busy, and that's fine. You know what? You paid your dues. Love him or hate him, no matter how people feel about John Cena, the wrestling character. Okay, John Cena, the man, has put in his time and he's paid his dues, and he deserves all the opportunities he's getting outside of wrestling. Wrestling is the reason he's getting these opportunities, and everything he's done in the wrestling business is the reason he's earned the outside stuff. So enjoy it and be fine with it. You look back at the feud between him and The Rock at WrestleMania 28 and 29 when they were cutting promos on each other. Cena used as fuel. He used the fact that Rock is a part-timer. He only shows up every so often and whatnot. And really, it's like, hey, The Rock only had about roughly a 6-year wrestling career. When you really think about it, he debuted in 1996. By 2002, he was gone. He was in Hollywood by then, filming The Scorpion King, The Mummy Returns, all that stuff. And then he was also part of other movies and shows and everything else. He was gone after 2002 when Brock won the title off him at SummerSlam. And then he came back, of course, to do a couple matches with Stone Cold. He teamed up with Mankind at WrestleMania 20, so forth. He showed up sporadically, but really, Rock had a 6-year wrestling career, and that's it. And before he went on to do Hollywood stuff, full time. Cena, he's been wrestling since early 2001, I think. 2001 is when he was probably in Ohio Valley, and then by 2002, he debuted. And there you go. He just, he's been wrestling for well over 17 years, and he's put in the time and effort, and he's had amazing matches, amazing feuds and rivalries, and he has really earned where he is. So it's fine to be considered a part-timer at this time, okay? Maybe he doesn't like that. Maybe his passion for wrestling is, causing the conflict, but again, I'm not the biggest John Cena fan either. Don't think I'm marking out over Cena here. No. Trust me, I was one of the guys chanting, if Cena wins, we riot whenever he was fighting RVD. But yeah, I think it's fine that John Cena was added to the match. I don't think it's going to take anything away from it. I think it'll just add a little more suspense. But I'm hoping, again, it still is going to be AJ Styles winning and retaining the title in the match. And Still Blondie also asked, should WWE do more with Rusev? Oh my gosh, yes they should. Okay, I mentioned it a little bit earlier about his matchup with Shinsuke. That's a terrible match for Rusev and Shinsuke to have, okay? Shinsuke should have already been in a feud or rivalry with somebody leading up to, this pay-per-view to at least have something to, win and then go into WrestleMania strong. Rusev does not need to lose to Shinsuke, though, okay? Rusev has done a very good job of getting himself over with this Rusev Day concept, gimmick, and Aiden English has just been awesome as an addition to his character. I mean, for a while there, I thought, unless Rusev has Lana by his side, Rusev is not going to get over or go anywhere further. But bam, he did it, okay? Him, along with Aiden English by his side, they got over. And I think Rusev should be the one in the U.S. title picture or the Intercontinental title picture. That makes no sense to have Rusev be so over and then you're just going to feed him to Nakamura. And I don't think Nakamura should lose. Nakamura's challenging for the world title at WrestleMania in the main event, the winner of the Rumble. He should go over whoever he fights at the pay-per-view beforehand. But again, it's so bad, the booking. I don't understand it. So yeah, I definitely think they need to do more with Rusev. Hopefully after Fastlane, maybe Rusev goes into the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and wins that. Even though that's become a joke, like last year's winner, Mojo Rawley. What have they really done with Mojo? Nothing. So the year before that, Baron Corbin won and then went on to win the Money in the Bank contract, but he lost his cash in. So yeah, and before that, we had the original winner was Cesaro and then also Big Show. They won. Neither one have they done much. Okay, you could say Cesaro at least has had a good run for the last year and a half as a tag team champ, but really Cesaro should have already been challenging for the world title many, many times and should have had the title a few times at least. Anyways, but yeah, they definitely need to do a lot more with Rusev. Because again, with the fact that he was able to get himself so over with this Rusev Day concept, there's Rusev Day chants being chanted at other wrestling shows that are not WWE. Okay, that should tell you right there just how over the Rusev Day concept is. So thank you very much, Samantha and Steel Blondie. Appreciate the questions. And keep in mind, guys and gals that are listening, I'm going to be posting videos for predictions as well as the recap. And if you want to give me a question or a topic to address or discuss on those videos, follow me on Twitter, Pop Culture Junk 2. Okay, links are below in the description of the video. Follow me on Twitter, and then I'll be posting tweets letting you know when I'll be doing the videos, and just send in your questions or topics. It can be about anything, okay? It doesn't matter how crazy or serious or funny or silly the topic or question you want me to address. Bring it up. I'll mention something about it probably. Okay, guys and gals. Well, thanks for listening. That's my predictions for the 2018 WWE Fastlane pay-per-view. This Sunday on the WWE Network. I will be watching, and as always, I'll be live tweeting. So if you want to follow me on Twitter and hear my rants and raves and reviews as they happen on the show, do so. Follow me at Pop Culture Junk 2. All right, guys and gals. Well, hey, anyone out there that's going to be watching, I hope you enjoy the show. If you're attending the show, I hope it's a great time. Hope you have fun. And if you are attending the show, please also let me know on Twitter what's going on. Like, let us know, share with us anything that's happening live in the arena that maybe we don't see on camera. Okay, it's always fun to do that and see what things are happening that they may not want to show on camera. So do that as well. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching and listening. I'll see you next time. This is Pop Culture Junkie, signing out.